playing Spectrum games tonight, starting with Bombjack. So if you want to make your presence felt, post in the comments and let me know what you think of the game, whether you want the game changed, questions about the music, which isn't Spectrum music, it's just some background music we've got playing. The bombs that you see on the screen, some of them are fizzing, some of them aren't. If you pick up a fizzing bomb, another bomb at random will begin to fizz. If you pick up fizzing bombs, you just get more points for them, so that's an extra strategic element to the Bombjack game. I tend not to bother, I just want to get through the levels. I've got a few Spectrum games queued up tonight that I thought might be suitable for streaming. Games that are fun to play but are also relatively interesting to watch. The thing about some of these retro games is they're not always that interesting to watch, and let's face it, not always that interesting to play compared to modern games. Yeah, I think when the enemies reach the bottom of the screen they turn into bastards. Nice if he moved a little bit faster when he's just walking on the platforms, or if there's a run button or something. I think this seriously needs a modern sort of retro remake update. Keep the original gameplay but just introduce a few new elements would be nice. Love the graphics in this. I think these, considering the use of colour and the limitations of colour on the Spectrum, Bombjack has some of the best Spectrum games, graphics on the Spectrum, in my opinion. Oh my goodness. I think I'll stick with that name. 149,680 that time. Come on, in these old games you've always got to put swear words into the high score table, especially if it's an arcade machine in some like public place. You've got to get as creative as possible with usually just the 3 letters that you're given, SEX or NOB or something. But Bombjack's quite generous, it gives you I think 8 characters, so you can get a little bit more creative with rude names. Oh. Son of a bitch. Oh, extra life. Ah! I've done it. Let's go for a different name. No. This is with a Z. That'll do me. I got 123,130. Tell you what. So I'm going to do some sort of score attack. I'm going to try and beat Arsehole's score of 140, whatever it was. I'm hoping when I play the game it's going to show the high score on screen while I'm playing. If not, I won't bother and I'm going to change the game. So let's have a look. No, it's not showing me the highest score, so I'm going to go with something different. Looks like it's Jetpack, Manic Miner or Bombjack. I'm going to stick with Bombjack, stuff it. Nobody's watching anyway. If you're watching, sorry I called you nobody. I didn't mean it! I don't know, but elements of this game remind me of Pac-Man. You've got the power pills that turn the enemies into smiley faces that you can consume. Collecting the bombs is quite similar to collecting the dots, and the platforms kind of resemble mazes, so I think if when this game had been made it had been like a sequel to Pac-Man and it had been like called Super Pac-Man or something, I think that would have been quite feasible. I think that would have really worked well. Okay, what other creative names can I come up with to go into the high score table? I've had Arsehole and Numbnuts. I've had Arse. I'm going to be really rude and type Bottoms. There you go. I'll show them. Bottoms 59,910. Arsehole has 149,000, so I'm going to try and beat Arsehole's score. Arsehole was playing earlier on. He looks a lot like me. I'm either going to go with Bionic Commando, Chase HQ, Cyberknight 2. That game is hard as nails. I don't really fancy playing that right now. We're going to go with a bit of Bionic Commando. I have to stop the background music because Bionic Commando's got its own music. I'm using the Xbox 360 controller tonight, and it's emulated as a Kempston joystick. So I'll always just select Kempston joystick whenever I'm playing any Spectrum games. Can you imagine what it must have been, what it would have been like years ago, 30 years ago, if you'd been able to get your hands on one of these? It would have been absolutely awesome. I can't remember how to start the game. Fire button. Stands to reason. Okay. I think that thing parachuting down there gives you more range on your bionic arm. It's going to be tricky. Oh. What I love about the 128K version of this game is not just the music, but the fact that the music changes on every stage, and all 5 pieces of music are just absolutely awesome. What happens if I keep just... No, I think that's it. I've heard that music somewhere before. That's Star Wars! I never noticed that before. That's hilarious. I guess we're starting again then. No restart point on these games. 3 initials, what we're going to put in? N O E. You know something, I quit. I've been streaming for an hour, 2 people came in and went straight away, and nobody else. So, can't complain really. See you next week.